Have you ever been to the underworld? Do you know any reincarnated people? Not in dreams, not in hallucinations, but in full consciousness, remembering the roads, the rules, the people, the currency. And have you ever heard of a reborn person? Someone who insists they lived a previous life, and can still recall pieces of it. Today, you're going to hear the story of a woman who said she walked between two worlds, and remembered far more than she should have. Her name was Wu Hufeng. And what she described should not exist in the world of the living. Wu was 36 years old in 1972, a farmer and a mother living in a quiet rural village. One morning, she felt a sudden, stabbing pain in her stomach. She lay down, hoping it would pass. It didn't. By noon she couldn't move. By afternoon she felt her consciousness peeling away from her body, as if someone was lifting her out of herself. And then she saw them. A white-bearded old man. 5 escorts, 2 men, 2 women, and a child, dressed in clothing from another era. They didn't speak. They didn't ask. They simply surrounded her. Wu looked down and saw her own body still lying on the bed. But she wasn't in it anymore. The escorts marched in silence, and she walked in the middle, unable to resist. They crossed a stone bridge she had never seen before. Mist curled around the trees. The air felt thin, like a mountaintop. But the sky looked wrong, like dawn and dusk happening at the same time. One escort handed her a tiny gourd filled with bitter liquid. She drank it. No old woman, no Meng Po, no dramatic memory wipe, just bitterness, and the march continued. As they walked, more spirits joined them. 7 at first, then dozens. Men, women, children, even animals. A cow that had died the previous winter. A goat. A snake spirit floating slowly above the group, refusing to touch the ground. Wu realized something terrifying. The dead aren't wandering. They're collected, escorted, processed, like a system. They walked for 5 days and 5 nights. No one slept. No one stopped except to grab offerings from roadside temples, food left by the living. The spirits talked among themselves. Not about regrets, but about what they wanted to be in their next life. A merchant, a scholar, a bird. Death wasn't silence. It was administration. Wu expected judgment, punishment, fire. But what she saw instead looked disturbingly familiar. Shops, markets, villages, ghosts running businesses, ghosts buying clothes, tea, salt, and oil. And the currency? Burned paper. Every sheet of joss paper burned by the living became money in the underworld. Suddenly, the whirlwinds people see during Qingming festival made sense. It wasn't the wind. It was spirits rushing to grab cash. Wu even saw a ghost sprint back to his grave carrying a roasted pig head like he'd won a prize. Eventually, she reached a place she could no longer describe. Her memory fades there, like someone erased the final pages of a book. But she remembers one thing clearly: reincarnation isn't assigned by gods. It's chosen by the soul. She said she simply picked the family she wanted to be born into. Walked in, and that was it. No divine decree, no cosmic judgment, just choice. Wu also claimed the underworld isn't below us. It's not underground. It's not a fiery pit. It exists in the same space as the living world, just at a different frequency. Like 2 radio stations broadcasting at the same time, but you can only hear one. She lived the rest of her life quietly. She never sought attention. She never claimed to be a prophet. She simply said, "I remember what I saw. But most of it is gone now." Maybe forgetting is a mercy. Because if even half of what she described is real, then the world we live in is only one layer of a much larger system. But here's the part she never forgot. During her journey, she saw living people. Farmers working in the fields. Children playing. Women carrying water. They didn't see her, but she saw them. 2 worlds, same space, different frequencies. So the real question isn't whether the underworld exists. The real question is, if the dead can walk past us without us noticing, how often does it happen? And if they can see us, what else is watching?